Hello and welcome to our 3 Nutcracker Suite sessions where we're going to explore the music and characters and themes of the wonderful work by Tchaikovsky. And it's wonderful to be in the same space together and we're going to go through our movements and music as many of you have done with us before. All you need to do is make sure that you have plenty of space to move in safely and that you're wearing comfortable clothes. We will have some standing movement in the sessions, but there will always be a seated alternative as well for you to follow. So if you'd like to make sure you have a little water at hand, we will have time in the sessions for you to take some water, take a break, or you can always pause if you need to and then resume the session whenever you're ready. So if you're ready, we're ready, and off we go with the Nutcracker Suite.
Right, so let's get started with a little warm-up. So we're just going to check our posture first before we start moving. So if you are okay to sit in the front half of the chair, so have a little wriggle on your sit bones there to make sure you're firmly seated on your seat. Have a look at your feet, so make sure that the heels haven't travelled under the chair, so that heels under the knees. And like you would be on ski tracks or train tracks, we're going to have our toes and knees and hips pointing forward. And then just have a little sense that you're lifting up through the belly so that we have that support for the spine, lengthening up through your spine. And let's just take the shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them down. So feel like they're relaxed down on the side there and arms on the side. Great. So we could have some music and sound for this warm-up. Let's start by just rubbing our palms together. And then interlacing your fingers and just giving your wrists a little circle. Good, and we're going to squeeze our hands and spread forward. And squeeze. And spread. And let's go in the direction you like. And spread open. And squeeze, gather in. And spread open. Once more. And spread. Good. And we'll start by rubbing one shoulder. And then the arm. Let's take a few big brushes from the shoulder towards the fingertips. Just starting to rub the shoulder, and then we'll go down on the arm and take those big brushes from shoulder towards the fingers, and one more, and shake it all out. Let's circle our shoulders. Your shoulders, finding that length through the spine, and we're just going to take a little twist one way and lengthening back to your center, and the other way, and finding your center here. Now lengthen even more here, sit nice and tall. We're going to reach our arms to the side, and like you would give yourself a big hug, crossing, and then just a little twist side to side. And once more, opening the arms, and this time like you press the air down to lengthen, sitting nice and tall. Great, and then we're going to start rubbing one leg, coming to the knees, down if you can reach, and let's just have a little count to come up, and the other leg rub. in 3, 2, 1. And then just lift one leg. Let's circle the ankle. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll have a little shake. And then we're going to drop the leg in And then we're going to shake again and drop in 3, 2, 1, drop. Let's just gather everything in, so squeezing. And then a big opening anywhere in the space, maybe the legs open as well. And gather everything in, squeeze, squeeze your face. And opening. And once more, squeezing. And opening somewhere in the space. And then taking your legs back, let's reach the arms up. And then we're going to drop one and the other. And one big circle for the shoulders. Very nice. Now I hope you feel a little bit warmer now. So this week we're going to start with a border bra exercise. So we're going to be the sugar plum fairy for this one. So it's quite a sort of balletic exercise, this one, and very familiar music as well, I'm sure, for everyone. So let's sit nice and tall, and we're going to start with our arms in our first position. So again, that round shape there, drawing the shoulders down and lifting up through the spine, so that length through the spine there. Lovely. And then we're going to take this into a big arabesque. So we're going to lengthen one arm forward and then one to the side, and feeling again that sort of nice opening across your chest. Then the top arm is going to come into like a fifth position, so that round shape on top of your head, over your head, and then one in front here. Good. Then the arm that's high up here is going to just circle down and then come back into your first. And then we're going to do a sort of a little quick, like you would brush your tutu here, so slightly sharply there. Let's just do that again. So take our arms in first and lengthen into that arabesque arm, reaching up, and then the top arm rounds over your head, and then it's gonna come down to meet the other arm in your first, and then that little flick. Good. Then the arm's gonna continue back, so like you would sweep further along your tutu, really get that nice opening for the chest, and then we're gonna reach the arms up, reach, and then one arm is gonna cross over the other. It's like we would rest our hands on that lovely big tutu that we have in front here. And then we're just going to do two little flicks one way. So we're going to flick and flick. Good. And then we'll take that to the other side. So we're going to come back into our first. And then we're going to lengthen the other arm up and one to the side here. And then remember, the top arm rounds and the lower arm comes into your first position here. And then we're going to lift and lengthen the top arm so it circles down to meet the other arm here, so we come back into our first, and then we're going to do that little flick. And then the arms continue, sweep back, open the chest, reach up, and then if you remember which arm was on top, doesn't matter too much, just crossing the arms as you lower them down, and then we're going to do a flick. So we're going to go flick one way and flick the other way. Lovely. Maybe we should do this much with the music so we can get that spirit with the music, so it's lovely. So here we go, thanks Nia. With a little bit of an intro. Ready to go in your first. And arabesque, lengthen. And circle. And flick. Reach the arms back. Big circle. One on top. And two flicks. From the arabesque into that one round and one up, just circle down and flick. So keep that going. Very good. Now we're going to do a sort of slightly into the front diagonal, flicking our hands. So we're going to go 1, 2 and lifting them up as we go. We have 8 flicks with the wrists as we come up. Then we're going to sweep the arms. So we're going to sweep them into a diagonal so that one arm, the top arm's a bit higher up here, and then we're going to circle the arms so you can cross here, and just like you would do a big opening with your arms. So let's just do the arms there. So we're going to go flick, 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 all the way up, and then sweep into that back diagonal, and then cross as you open. Now, if you like, as we do that big cross with the arms from that, we're going to do like a little pas de chat hop. So we're going to go hop, hop. So one leg and then the other. So from here with the arms, so the arms will help with that. So we're going to go hop, hop. Good. Then we're going to flick again. So we're going to go flick, 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 all the way to the top corner. And then we're going to sweep the other way. And now if you want, cross with that hop. Good. Then we'll do once more our flicks. Up. This time we'll just keep going all the way up. And then we're just going to start to sort of sway the arms. And then make that sway a little bit bigger. And we're going to slowly start to take the arms in front, swaying side to side. Again, like you would sort of brush a tutu in the end to come down. And then we'll go back into our first part, which was that arms in our first, and then into our arabesque, and then top arm rounds, and the lower arm comes into your first, and we're going to meet in our first, and that little flick, and then brush and reach to cross the arms, and then we're going to do our flick, and one more round. First, open into your arabesque, and then one in front, one on top of the head there, and then circle, and flick, brush back, all the way reaching up, and crossing the arms, and then we finish with two flicks, and then one last little brush of the tutu to finish. So we're going to put that all together. So we're going to do the middle section with the flicks up, and then that sweep diagonally back with that little lift with the arms and the pas de chat. Doing that to the second side, sweep, and our hop with the arms, and then we'll do the flicks. And then you can start slowing that down and coming into the sway. The music will guide you there before we come back to the first section. So let's try that whole thing with the music. So now sitting nice and tall. And here we go. Thank you, Mia. Into your first. And arabesque. Now circle the arm. And flick. Swing back. All the way up. Cross slowly. And two flicks. Flick. Again fast. Reach up. Circling the arm down. And flick. Back. Keep going with the arms. And two flicks. Now flick. And swing to the corner. And pas de chat. Again. Flick. And diagonal. And hop. Once more flicks. And now starting to slow that down. Hovering above the head and swaying. Starting to take the arms down. Here we go. Arabesque. And arms meeting first. Flick. Swing back, open, reach. And cross. Two flicks. Again fast. Big reach, arabesque. And circling down. And flick. Reach back, sweep all the way up. Flick. And brushing the tutu to finish. Very good. I think we should do that one more time with the music. Into your first. And arabesque. Now circle the arm. And flick. Swing back. All the way up. Cross slowly. And two flicks. Flick. Again fast. Reach up. Circling the arm down. And flick. Back. Keep going with the arms. And two flicks. Now flick. And swing to the corner. And pas de chat. Again. Flick.
going to sing right through the 2 verses of our very, very short summary of the Nutcracker Suite to the tune of the march, which goes bum, ba, ba, bum, 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 ba. So here are our words and our moves, if we can remember them. Right, so we'll just talk through it first, I think. So, we proudly present for DFP. We proudly present for DFP the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky. Oh yes, I forgot to do that bit. By Tchaikovsky. Okay, so let's sing that bit.
We proudly present for DFP the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky.
Clara and her little brother. Clara and her little brother cause a lot of Christmas bother, fighting over toys their Uncle Drosselmeyer has brought. Then when she's alone on Christmas night, Clara sees a most amazing sight. Nutcracker and mice at war, fairies, Cossacks, flowers and more. So many things you can be sure this ballet won't be short. Oi! Well, we were going to just speak through it, but we got carried away and sang through the whole thing. One more time through?
Yes.
Okay, right, here we go. So, everybody ready? We proudly present. And
we proudly present for DFP
the Nutcracker Suite.
the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky.
Clara and her little brother.
Clara and her little brother
cause a lot of Christmas bother, fighting over toys their Uncle Drosselmeyer has brought. And when she's alone,
on Christmas night,
Clara sees
a most amazing sight.
Nutcrackers and mice at war, fairies, Cossacks, flowers and more. So many things you can be sure this ballet won't be short. Hi! Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So our next seated exercise is based on the different country dances in the Nutcracker. So that we're looking at 4 in the exercise today. We've got the Arabian dance, the Chinese dance, the Russian dance and the Spanish dance. Not in that order though. So we'll begin with the Chinese dance today, and our feet are in parallel position and we're bringing our 2 fingers together and just clasping our thumbs and other 2 fingers there. Bringing our hands up so our elbows are lifted here. And to begin with our Chinese dance, we're just going to tiptoe through our feet, really running, imagining you're running onto stage here, and pause. And then we're going to bow and just look to one side and come up. Lovely. And from there you're going to extend one foot and flexing that foot and opening our arms out towards that side. And then we bring our foot in, and as we bring our hands in, our fingers are coming onto our chest here. And then we're just going to lift our elbows and our heels together and drop down. And then bringing our arms back out, elbows lifted. We repeat that again. So we're running through our toes and pause. We take a bow, looking the other side this time, coming up. And we're extending that leg towards the side we've just looked, opening out our arms. Bringing everything into parallel, fingers to our chest, rising through our heels, lifting through our elbows to drop down. Okay, let's do that section with the music. So that's our Chinese dance. We'll just give that a go once through the music. Okay. So, hands up. Thank you, Nia.
5, 6, 7.
Running. And back. Opening out and in. Lifting up. Other side, running. And bang the other way. Opening out. In. Lifting up. And down. Lovely. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. We're going to move on now to our Arabian dance. So, after we've finished with our Chinese dance, we've just lifted our elbows, heels, and then we're just going to drop our arms down, ready to move on to our Arabian dance. We're lifting one arm up the side of us, and then the back of the hand is just going to kind of trace the face, one side of the face as your arm comes over, and down. And this is kind of a bit sultry and mysterious. And the other arm starts moving to do the same thing to the other side. Lovely. And just let that arm fall down. And now the arm that moved first, you're just going to twist through the wrist. And you can kind of be a bit supple through your torso here as you twist through the wrist. We've got 3 of those. And then you're going to face your palm up towards the ceiling, just looking at that there. And we do that the other way. So twisting that wrist around. 2, 3, and up. Lovely. And then one arm is going to float forward whilst the other goes behind you. We're going to take a little bit of a bow here. And as you do that, your arms can kind of relax down and then lifting up, just floating the arms in space there as you come up through your spine. Gorgeous. Let's try that one as well with the music. So arms are floated down. Ready, lifting one arm and trace down. Other arm. Good. Circling the wrist. 2 and 3. Placing the palm up. Other side. And twisting. Taking a bow. Letting the arms drop and good. Very nice. Thank you, Nia. So once we've done our Arabian dance, we're moving on to our Russian dance. So we've just had our arms floating down, and then we're going to bring our fists to our hips, ready for our Russian dance. We're going to open one way, flexing that foot really strong here, and in. Opening the other way, flexing the foot, and in. Lovely. And then we're taking 2 taps on our shoulders. 1, 2, 1, 2, hands together. Crossing on our thighs for 1, 2, and then coming out of that cross, just slapping once to find our fists again. Good. And then we're doing our extending out our heels. We're reaching 1 and in, 1 and in. We repeat 1, 2, 1, 2, cross, 2, slap into your hips. Yes. Let's do that one with some music. Here we go, sitting nice and tall.
Okay, ready?
Good, and shoulders. Cross, slap, down, and over. Shoulders. Cross, slap. Very nice, okay. I hope you're remembering all of this. We've got one more to add on, which is our Spanish dance. And we've just finished here. We're going to bring one arm up. And this is really a nice big flick of your arm here. And then you're going to swoosh that around. And we get a little bit of a fan to ourselves here. Lovely. And then we're going to follow the rhythm with the next movements. We've got a stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, clap, stamp, in. Yes? So with that, let's do that bit again. We're opening out and across, fanning yourself, and a stamp, 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 in. We do that on the other side. So the other arm opening out and coming across to fan, and a stamp, 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 throw to finish. Okay, so on that last side, we're throwing out rather than coming into our hips. Right, let's try that with some music. Here we go. Ready, ready? Opening, and across, fan it, and down, slap. Good. Open, and across to fan, and down, slap. Good, lovely. Okay, we are going to try and put all of those together in one exercise, and I'm probably as scared as you are at home, so don't worry too much about it. Just have fun. Reminder, we're beginning with our Chinese dance, so our elbows are nice and lifted and our fingers are together.
Ready?
Let's just give it, yeah, let's just go for it. Here we go. Running, and back, opening out. got through that. Alright, let's do that one more time, just so you can really have your best go at it. Sitting up nice and tall. Here we go. Running. And back. Opening out. And lifting heels and elbows. Good. Back to running. And bowing. Opening out. Elbows and heels and lift. Good. Floating the arms down. Ready for our Arabian dance. You can remain seated, that's absolutely fine. But if you'd like to come to standing, just bringing your feet slightly under your knees, pressing through your thighs and coming up, and just having a little bit of a pedal through the feet to feel nice and strong in this position. If you'd like to take a water break now, you may do. Please just pause the video and do what you need to do, and then join us again for the next section in a moment. And this week we are going to be using a chair or a kitchen worktop or something as support for our plie. So just maybe coming around to the back of your chair or finding something that you can use as a bar for this exercise. We are doing our plie this week based on the waltz of the flowers. So it's a really lovely balletic plie. I hope you have a lovely time dancing it. And as always, we've got a seated version, so if you're seated, follow Rosa and I'll be doing the standing. So we're beginning with our feet in parallel position. Those of us that are standing, our hands are on the bar. And we've got a plie to start with, and as we plie, we're lifting one arm up into fifth position. And as you straighten your legs out, I'm going to reach behind you and find the bar. And we do that again with the other arm. So we plie, arm reaches up to fifth. As we straighten our legs, our arm reaches back behind to find the bar. We're then taking a rise to our heels and lowering those heels down. We bring our arms, both arms this time, up to fifth position, feeling really nice and strong through your core. And open those palms out into an open fifth to float those hands back down to the bar. Lovely, so let's just recap that. We've got a plie and we open. Other side, plie and we open. Rising up and lower, arms up to fifth. Opening out and bringing them down. Lovely. Now from there we've got another plie, but this time our hand's going to circle around our head as we plie to find the bar. So let's do that with the plie and the arm together. We've got a plie, straighten through, and your arm comes down. Lovely. And again, other side, plie, circling around. Nice. And now we're going to work through our feet. So holding onto the bar still, I'm just coming forward so you can hopefully see my feet a little better. You're lifting one heel and then switching to switch and switch. So we've got 4 of those. Let's just go through that from our second round of plies with our circling arm. We've got a circle and find the bar. Good. Other side, plie circle. Find the bar and working through our feet. 1, switching to a 3 and a 4. Lower into parallel. Gorgeous. Now from there we've got our swings. We're going to swing 1 and a 2, a 3, and we flutter our hands on our third one. We repeat 1 and a 2 and a 3 to flutter, and we repeat this for as long as we've got this lovely swinging music that Nia is playing for us. And then you'll hear in the music now where we're coming back to our chair, that music slows down, we come back to our chair and we repeat that whole section that we've done at the beginning there with our pliés, okay? And once we finish all of that section, you're just going to lift your arms up in that open flip as our final position for this exercise. So let's give this a little bit of a go with some music. Standing up really nice and tall, shoulders back. Here we go. Ready for our plié? We've got. Lovely. Other side. Plié. Stretch. Now rising up. And we lower. Coming up to fifth. And open. Finding the bar, ready for our circle and plié. Really nice. Other side and plié. Working through our feet, lifting one heel and switch. Good. Last time. Coming into parallel for our swings under 1. Good. Really using the space. Keep going and swing. Nice other side. Lovely, working through the feet. Last time. And we finish. Just let the arms float down.
Okay, so now we're going to do an exercise to end our Nutcracker theme. So we're going to do the final love pas de deux to this gorgeous music. So we're going to do this freestanding, and you can do it seated if you want. And if you feel like you need some support, feel free to have the chair there and use it as you need, or anything that you have for support. But I'm going to do it without any support here. So we're going to start by stepping forward with one leg, and then you can lift that back heel up if that's okay, or just step in a sort of stand that you feel that you can keep your balance and feel steady there. And as we do that, we're going to do one arm across, and then we're going to do the other arm across. Good. And then we're going to step that back leg back in so that we are in our parallel, and we're going to open like you would invite your partner into the dance. Very good. So let's just do that one more time. So we're going to step a bit further back to have the space. So we're going to step forward with one arm across and then the other arm crossing. And then we're going to step into our parallel and open to one corner and then to the other corner. Lovely. Then we're going to do a circle, like sort of up on that upper corner, a little circle. And then we're going to do another circle, like a twirly circle over your head with the other arm. Lovely. Then we're going to step into a corner and do a little arabesque arms there. And then we're going to, like, you just shift your weight forward and we're going to shift it back and find our parallel legs. And like a little sort of bow, this is the prince doing his bow here, forward. And then we're going to lower the arms and just do a nice big reach up, and a bit like we did in our sugar plum fairy. If you were here for that exercise, we're going to cross our arms here. Lovely. So let's put that together. So we're going to step forward and do a cross and a cross. Find your parallel and inviting your partner to dance one corner and the other corner. And then we're going to do that twirl over the head and then another little circle over the head. Good. And then we're going to step into the corner and come into your arabesque arms here. Step back into your parallel with that little bowy position here. And then a big reach up. And then crossing the arms as you take them down. Very good. Then we're going to come into sort of shifting our weight, a bit more swingy feel in this one. So we're going to go to the front corner first. We're just going to shift our weight on our legs here. And as we do that, we're going to sort of sway our arms to where we're going. Good. And then we're going to take this into the side, and you can take your arm up here. Good. And then we're going to go to the back corner. So we're going to sweep our arms as we go, shifting the weight. And then we're going to go back to the side, 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 and coming back together. Good. We're going to take this to the second side. So if you remember what foot stepped forward first, then we're going to step with our arm crossing, crossing. Come back into your parallel, open one corner and the other corner. And then doing that little circle over the head and circle over the head. Now we're going to come into that diagonal, stepping, lengthening one leg back, and then we're going to sweep into our parallel here. Good. And big opening back and crossing the arms down here. And then we'll come into our shifting the balance into the diagonal. So we're going to go front corner first, and then we're going to go into side to side, and then we're going to go into that back corner and back into side. Good. And then we're going to find our parallel to finish with a little opening, and then we'll take a bow here. And that's it. And the music is lovely, so just let the music guide you here. 5, 6, 7. Stepping forward. And the other arm, come into your parallel, open. And the other way. Twirling over the head. And with the other arm, into the corner, arabesque. And back into that bow. And big reach. Crossing the arms. Ready to go into your corner. think we should do that one more time with the music.
5, 6, 7.
Stepping forward. And the other arm. Coming to your parallel open. And the other way. Twirling over the head. And with the other arm. Into the corner, arabesque. And back into that bow. And big reach. Crossing the arms. Ready to go into your corner. Side. And to the back corner. And back to side. We're going to step the other leg forward, crossing the arms, opening and twirling the other arm and into arabesque reach and stepping back and big reach all the way up both arms and crossing down into the corner. Swing and side, back corner, and once more side, and we're going to finish with an opening and very good, lovely.
We are going to take a little bit of a gentle cool down just to finish off the class today. So just follow along with me if you're standing, and if you're seated still, please just follow along with Rosa, and Nia's going to play us some gorgeous music just to end the class today. Here we go. We're going to start by lifting up our shoulders and pressing down, taking a bend through your knees as they come down your back, bending your knees again. Good, and down. One more time. Nice, and let's lift those arms up. And just let one float down. And the other side. Good, doing that again. Bending the knees, reaching up. And one arm floating down. And the other. everybody for dancing with us today, and to Nia for the gorgeous music, and Rosa for the movement too. We hope you all had a lovely time and to see you all again soon.